After a red-hot summer for home sellers, the market is changing what local buyers and sellers can expect in the months ahead.
Why thousands of prison inmates could soon be granted clemency.
Plus, a big strikeout for a small Minnesota town, how Major League Baseball is taking heat for sending jobs to China. Valley News Live at 10 starts right now.
This is Valley News Live at 10.
Good evening. New tonight since 6, a move by a band set to play at the Fargo Brewing Company on Saturday is getting quite a reaction from concert goers.
Jade Presents posted on their Facebook page tonight saying everyone at the upcoming deep sea diver performance will not only be required to wear masks, but also be required to show proof of full vaccination or proof of a valid negative COVID-19 test taken in the 48 hours prior to the event. The company says an email has been sent to all current ticket buyers. No word yet if this will be the policy at any more upcoming shows.
To the forecast, some of us got a fair amount of rain today.
Yeah, that was certainly the case. Hutch is standing by now with more on what you'll wake up to in the morning. Hutch.
Thanks, Stacy. This evening, the rain showers and sprinkles have ceased here in the FM area. Radar shows most of the activity moving off into Minnesota. Here is a look at that radar, and you can see things drying up eastern North Dakota and even our westernmost valley counties in Minnesota starting to see things wrap up as well. Some much needed rain for portions of northwest Minnesota that were in the extreme to exceptional drought. Those showers continue from Mahnomen, Nadawash, Fosston, all the rain you can get, very welcome. And northern parts of the Becker County area still seeing some impressive showers. Northwest Minnesota seeing some good soakers. Where you see the yellows, those are good downpours moving out of Pennington and Red Lake counties into northern portions of Clearwater County, where the drought has been exceptional as well. So welcome rain in this exceptional area, and that's surrounded by extreme drought. So we'll take it as things wrap up here for tonight. Here's a look at radar estimates in that Stutzman County area. Numerous areas in the yellows and greens over an inch. Now, as this exits, will we see more showers? There's a chance. Your hour-by-hour forecast and a look at the week ahead coming up in a minute.
Thanks, Hutch. 2 Detroit Lakes businesses wrecked from smoke and water damage in last Friday's fire say while they know it'll take time, they plan to rebuild. Fire crews say an accidental blaze started outside the apartment unit above Matson's Barbershop in the Pink Buffalo at 814 Washington Avenue.
I mean, a lot of the stuff is one-of-a-kind stuff that really can't be replaced. It's hard to judge, but we figure we lost at least $50,000 worth of stuff.
Officials say the blaze spread quickly due to the dry conditions and the flammable vinyl siding. GoFundMes have been set up for the businesses. You can find those links right on our VNL News app. Just click on this story.
New at 10 tonight, after a red-hot summer for home sellers here in the FM area, there is change brewing in the local real estate market.
Valley News Team's Nashay Taylor spoke with a local expert to learn more about where the market is heading.
According to local real estate experts, the market has slowed down off its peak, which some realtors say is typical for this time of year, but it remains a seller's market. Sean Osley is the president-elect for the North Dakota Association of Realtors, which is in partnership with the FM Area Association of Realtors. He says the average sale price in the FM area is about $275,000. That's up 11% from last year. Other factors impacting the market include such a tight supply of building materials and the number of homes for sale.
We're nowhere near where we need to be as far as inventory, nor as far as catching up for builders on all their supplies. There's still a lot of waiting time involved.
Osley says realtors typically track inventory by the absorption rate, which is how long it takes for a home to sell. Right now, FM Area's rate is under 2 months. Last year at this time, it was more than 3 months. Osley believes this is creating a deficit in inventory versus sales.
Listing volume is down. Listing inventory is down. And of course, the interest rates have never been lower, which of course incentivizes more buyers.
Although there are less homes available, Osley wants to remind buyers to never be discouraged as the market continues to recover.
I would advise people not to be scared of it. You may not get your dream house on your first offer, but keep looking out there.
Osley says the market is in a better stage for buyers than in the spring, and he expects the trend to continue into the winter. In Fargo, Nisha Taylor, Valley News Live.
Now, if you are a buyer looking for a home, the Fall Parade of Homes is set for September 18th through the 19th and the 25th through the 26th.
Investigate after some Moorhead Middle School parents told us their children were locked in a school bus on Friday after a bus driver made an unscheduled stop. One mom said she was waiting for her son's bus around 4 that afternoon, but instead of the scheduled stop, she saw a bus pull up behind a Hornbachers. She claims the bus stayed there until almost 5. She also said parents were pounding on the bus door trying to get their students out. When her son came out of the back door, she said he was shaking and crying. Moorhead Area Public Schools tells us the unexpected stop was in response to a disruptive student that was placing students at risk. You can read the district's full statement on our website, valleynewslive.com.
Well, North Dakota is seeing a rebound in taxable sales, a record high in taxable sales. State Commissioner Ryan Rauschenberger says taxable sales in the second quarter 2021 were 21.2% higher than the same time period in 2020. Rauschenberger cites the state's adaptability after a year of stress because of the impacts of COVID-19.
We had kind of a low bar to measure against in our 2021 numbers in the second quarter. But when you compare that, it really does show the rebound from a year ago.
Fargo saw the biggest difference in taxable sales among cities, an increase of 35%. Commissioner Rauschenberger anticipates an increase in the third quarter as well, although he doesn't expect the numbers will be as dramatic as the second quarter.
The National Institutes of Health indicates about 30% of unvaccinated people who get COVID-19 have long-haul symptoms. But what about vaccinated people?
I agree with the interpretation from one of the major articles from Great Britain that it seems like vaccination decreases your chance of developing long COVID by about 50%.
Experts disagree on whether the concerns surrounding vaccines and long COVID are justified. Some are skeptical that getting long COVID from breakthrough infections is a significant worry, while others raise concerns. The FDA is hosting an advisory committee meeting to discuss Pfizer's application for COVID-19 booster shots. The meeting on September 17th is 3 days before the Biden administration plans to begin offering third shots for Americans. We're told committee members will review booster data on the Pfizer vaccine as well as have discussions about who should get the shots and when. If they determine boosters are needed, the FDA could approve a third Pfizer shot and later do the same for boosters by Moderna and Johnson & Johnson.
The Biden administration is beginning the clemency process for certain inmates released to home confinement due to the pandemic. The process will start with a review of nonviolent drug offenders with 4 years or less to serve. A provision of the federal stimulus law signed by former President Donald Trump last year expanded the group of inmates eligible for early release. More than 7,500 inmates are on home confinement, according to the Bureau of Prisons website. Some individual taxpayers and some corporations in Minnesota are receiving refunds from the state. The State Department of Revenue has begun processing unemployment insurance refunds and refunds from the Paycheck Protection Program. The payments have been delayed because of changes in tax law. People who qualify for the relief approved by the legislature earlier this year were expected to begin receiving checks today. More than 500,000 taxpayers are expected to receive refunds. More than 2,000 corporate entities are expected to get money back as well.
Democrats in Congress have introduced potential tax hikes to fund their proposed $3.5 trillion infrastructure bill. Republican Congressman Kelly Armstrong from North Dakota responded to the Democratic plan in a committee meeting today. Armstrong called it an unaccountable giveaway for special interests to fund their own pet projects at the expense of American taxpayers. The hikes, as proposed, would increase the top corporate tax rate from 21% to more than 26%, and the top individual tax rate from 37% to nearly 40%. The primary reason for the proposed tax increase is a rift between Democratic lawmakers. Progressive Democrats say they won't settle for a bill less than $3.5 trillion. Moderate Democrats won't vote for a bill as high as $3.5 trillion.
The Biden administration is bringing back and expanding the Central American Minors Program. This move allows parents from El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras to apply to bring at-risk children to the United States. An administration official says tens of thousands could be eligible, including parents or guardians who are in the United States legally and those whose asylum applications are pending. The program began with the Obama administration and was shut down by the Trump administration.
Still ahead tonight, a small town in Minnesota is bracing for job cuts. How and why Major League Baseball is getting some of the blame.
And rain gauges catching a few tenths of an inch of rain, but estimates of over an inch in places in Stutsman County and elsewhere. Here are a few measurements of rain across the area as we close out this system and look ahead toward the rest of your work week. I'll have the details in your hour-by-hour forecast coming up next.